Yo guys, sorry, you already know that today I'm bringing you guys a video where I'm going to talk about the Diofield Chronicle, a game that I have not really heard anybody in my pocket of the internet talk about, which is a shame because I've been playing this game and I'm a few hours in, and I definitely think that this game is really fun and definitely deserves some love. The Diofield Chronicle is a strategy RPG, which does not come along very often, and a good one does not come along very often at that. This game is pretty unique in the sense that the strategy aspect happens in real time. You're controlling the characters like on the battlefield all at the same time. You move them throughout the battlefield, and you can individually choose the characters that are going to take on the enemies. You can create custom movement like waypoints for them, so that way some of them can attack enemies from behind, and you can pincer attack enemies. You can use like extra skills. There's a lot of depth to this game, and I think it's a lot of fun. Early on, I was just kind of spamming skills, and the first couple levels, I thought this was super easy. But as you'll see, if you're paying attention to any of the gameplay playing in the background, it is actually gotten pretty difficult for me. But you know, there's a lot of side missions and stuff that you can do, and there's ways to go back and grind for more money to get better weapons. There is also skills that you can unlock for different classes, as well as individual unit skills. So there's a lot of different stuff to this game. You sort of take a break in between missions by walking around this sort of like academy thing, and you can go around, talk to some of the main people in your unit, as well as you can do side quests. You can go to the store, shop for things, sell your items. It's very intuitive, and that's the one thing that's like, this game is not exactly like anything that I've played, but it's very intuitive, that I feel like I figured out everything pretty easily, which for me, I am not great at figuring things out intuitively, but this game I think does a good job. The game that this actually reminds me of the most, almost in a very weird way, is it reminds me a little bit of like a Warriors game. Like I played Fire Emblem Warriors 3 Hopes earlier this year, and this actually kind of gives me similar vibes, except for instead of taking control of a character and like leading them throughout the battlefield, instead you get the overhead view where you can kind of control all the other characters like at one time. It's kind of like an overhead view if you were moving those players around the map, because you can only bring 4 units at a time, and you can have other units as like adjutants essentially, and you can bring them along for experience, as well as the adjutants that get brought along will you can like use their skills and stuff as well, which is really nice. I don't generally like games with like the pair up system or like an adjutant like system. I don't generally engage in that very much, but this game actually makes it useful to have those and have just as many varied skills as possible, so that way you can give yourself the most amount of options to engage with the combat. So yeah, this is a game that I definitely recommend. If anything that you're seeing or anything that I'm saying interests you at all, I definitely suggest checking it out. It is on the PS4 or PS5, Xbox, I think it's on Switch, I think you can play it on Steam. It's like on all the platforms as far as I know. I've been playing it on the PS5, that is the version that I have, and it is, I mean, it runs really smoothly. It has a really cool, like, unique sort of art style, and I think it uses that to sort of cover up the fact that it isn't, like, overly graphically impressive, nor is it really doing anything, like, groundbreaking in terms of its, like, technology, but I think it uses a lot of style to sort of hide that fact, which is really cool. The story is kind of like, you know, your generic sort of fantasy thing. There's a group of mercenaries that you control, and they start off kind of under the management of like one guy, and then they kind of make their own thing, and they get sort of involved in a story of like resource, you know, like of different territories and different like countries or whatever going to war over like limited resources and whatnot. And so you as a mercenary group sort of get caught up in that. The characters are pretty cool. They don't have a super amount of depth right now, but they're all very likable. They all have very interesting names though as well, which makes it really hard to remember. The main characters are like Andreas, which actually is probably maybe the most normal one, but like Frederick, Iscarion, Waltoquin, like these are not names. You just smashed letters together that sounded cool and like made a name out of it. But that's, you know, fine. On top of the skills that you get that are tied to weapons and classes, you can also unlock these orbs, which like summon monsters and these like special attacks and stuff, which is really cool. They always do a ton of damage. They always look visually really awesome. I love being able to just call upon a dragon from the sky to come down and just like, you know, rain fire on my enemies. It is fantastic, and just the amount of options that you have is really good. I'm enjoying this game a lot. I definitely recommend it. If anything that I've said or shown looks interesting to you, I definitely think you should check it out. But that is really all I have to say. This has been a fun little first look at the Diofield Chronicle, and I just wanted to say that I'm enjoying this game, and this is something that I think more people should be talking about. I don't think this is a super long game. I looked it up on like howlongtobeat.com, and I think it's like 20 hours or less, which for the $60 price tag that it had might be underwhelming to some, so that's something to know. But and I personally, for me, I think that it's worth it so far, and we'll see how the game progresses. So these are my current thoughts. Let me know if you check this game out and what you think about it. Let me know of any other games that are coming out or other games that you would like me to talk about, because I would like to sprinkle in these sort of one-time upload things every so often just to talk about games that are coming out that I don't have room for a full playthrough of. So if you enjoy this style of video, please let me know. Go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe for more, and I will see y'all around. So until next time.